Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be applying styles to a table. You learned how to do tables in HTML 101, and so what we're going to do is take a table and apply styles to the table itself, to the rows, to the headers, etc. So let's take a look at what are some of the elements of this. Let me just make sure I have this thing saved. Okay, great. I'll review the lesson. So some of the things that we're going to be dealing with here are borders. When you create a border, it can create a border for the rows and the tables. So we're going to do what's called a border collapse. So we only have one border. You'll see what I mean in a second. We're going to do the width of the table, how much padding we want to have in the table, meaning how much space between the border and the text. We can specify the height of rows, background colors. We can specify whether the text is going to be aligned vertically and whether it's going to be aligned or horizontally or whether it's going to be aligned vertically. And so we're going to deal with those different things. So first order of business is we're going to say that we want our table to have a border. I'll do a padding. So what we'll do is we'll set up we're going to set it up so that there's a border on the entire thing. Table heading, table rows, table definition. I can define them all right here, and then I'm going to save work and show web page, and you can see that it collapses my border and it creates 5 pixels of padding there. Now if I didn't collapse my border, then I would have a double border basically, and I don't want that. So what I want to do is collapse the border, and that means that it's going to apply that to everything, but it's not going to have a double padding. Now what we can also do though is we can specify specifics for the table header. So let's say we want to have a header row with the following distinctive size. So we'll say font family equals impact, and we'll do font size of 15 pixels. Actually, let's do 20 pixels. And we want to have a distinctive color, so we're going to say color equals gray. And then we want to have a distinctive background color, so we're going to do background color equals azure, my favorite. And we'll do text alignment to the left. So you can see here that it aligns my text to the left. It gives me my color, gives me my size, gives me my font family. And what this does, this is a good example of cascading. So I assign all of these elements at once here, and then I'm adding elements here to the table header. So now what we want to do is do table rows of a certain color as well. So let's do table row. We're going to have it all be font family is Arial, and we'll do all of this be font size of 16 pixels, and we have the common cell padding, and let's have this align in the center. So you can see that now my numbers are centered, and my all of my text is centered as well. All right. And now that's basically what we want to do here. We retain the common cell padding from the beginning, and let's actually play around a little bit with the border. Let's say that we want to have, let's go here and say we want to have a border of green instead of a border of, let's say we want to have a border of green instead of a border of black. It defaults to black, but let's say we want that to be green. Okay, so you can see a little bit it turns it green, and we can do different thicknesses. Let's say we want to have that be a thicker border. All right, and I don't really play with this all that much. It's dotted, I think. So that's kind of cool. It'd be weird, but kind of cool. And there are some different ones. I'll make sure that all the different variations of borders are listed there. So I'm going to just do that solid. And I'm going to have that be 2 pixels, just a little bit bigger. Okay, I mean a little bit smaller than the 5, but a little bit bigger than the one that we have. So a little clearer here. And, oh, I switched my amendments. So we want to have that be go here and change this to be number and amendment, but that'll be ready for you when you start to do it. Alright, so that is the actual assignment, to do a table with the following elements. But I think I have an extra credit assignment here. And what you can do is have the table be alternating colors. So let's do that. Let's say that we want to have a table row even. So this is a class even will look like this, and then we'll have a table row odd be the one, and we'll have a different background color. And this one will have a background color of, let's go to our color picker. Let's do blanched almond. That'll look fun. All about the fun colors. Now, if I just do this, nothing's going to happen, right? Because I haven't applied the class. So now what I need to do is I need to go in here and specify that this is a class of odd, and I'll do that on all of the ones that are the odd ones. Oh, that's even. I'll just go down and copy all the odd ones. Let's see, odd, even, even, odd, class equals odd, and then I guess I can look at the numbers, right? This isn't that hard. So go down class odd, and then I'll go back and I'll to the ones that are even, and I'll do class even, and that way I can have a little fancier looking table because it will retain those classes. So this is your extra credit assignment if you want to do this, to show how you can do classes and really make it look the way you want. So I did something here. Let's go back in here and figure out what I did. Probably a misplaced quote, but somehow I lost my alignment. And it's down here, so I probably, I didn't put one in there. And that means it doesn't have any class at all. It's classless. Perfect. Not the most beautiful table. You might choose different colors, but that's how you can apply different background colors and fonts and all that stuff to a table. And that's really handy because that's a great way to obviously present information. So go to it, make that assignment, do the basic assignment first, and then you can go in and add the classes doing what I did.